What up, Huck Squad? Coming at you with a super cool video, actually. Something I've wanted to do for a really long time, and it's reacting to my old videos. We're going to go through my first 20 episodes. We're just going to skim through. We're not going to watch the whole thing. And I know I've gained a lot of subscribers this year in 2020. And I started this channel all the way back in 2016, and it took a really long time to actually build a little bit of an audience and a little bit of a viewer base. So a lot of these videos every single video that we're about to watch, I have less than like 20 subscribers when it came out, like literally less than 20 subscribers. So let's enjoy watching through some of these, skimming through, and just having a good time with looking at some of these old videos. Actually, I'm gonna pause it right now. And I'm probably gonna put this in the beginning of the episode because I'm like 22 minutes in right now. So what I want you guys to do is leave a comment in the comment section with a question that you have for me. I haven't done a Q&A in a long time, so I really want to do a Q&A again. I've gained a lot of subscribers this year, so I figure some people have some questions that they might want me to answer. So leave a question down in the comments. I'm gonna choose my favorite 40 questions, and I'm going to answer, kind of rifle through them in a following video coming up. We'll do a Q&A video in a couple weeks. Sound good? Sounds good. Alright, fast forward back to where we were. First episode, and first of all, there's no intro. Second of all, it's on hole 2, and the reason why it's on hole 2 is because I was nervous because there were people on hole 1, and I didn't want to like break out my camera and tripod. So I just skipped over hole 1 and went right to hole 2. Nice putt. It's always so much fun to look back on old videos. I actually do it a good amount. I don't really look at episode 1 or like the really old videos that often, but it's always fun to look back on and see how far the channel's come. So, nice. I don't even say what the disc is. I just put it in front of the camera and hope that you know. That was a C-Line CD control driver. Not even in my bag anymore. Wow, that actually went really straight. I don't even think I would want to flick that disc anymore now. Nice. Oh boy.
What's going on, Huck Squad? Welcome to episode 1 of my disc golf vlog.
Like a year ago, I was so happy that I addressed you guys as the Huck Squad in my first episode. I didn't even remember like making that up in episode 1,
I'm working on becoming a better player, so it'd be cool to kind of document my journey, and I hope you enjoy.
No, I had to like yawn or something, so I just like tried to finish it super quick and then hit the record button so that it stopped. All right, we'll skip forward a little bit. Nice, my old harp. Keep skipping forward. Look at this. I'm pretty sure that was an FD. Like, that just came out so money. Here's another little soliloquy.
From the Boston area, just around Boston. My home course is Borderland in Easton, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I've been playing disc golf for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. I'm 22.
10 years now.
So
26.
Probably been playing since I was about 15, 14.
Yeah, this was 4 years ago. How crazy is that?
Just been playing competitively, I'd say, for the past 2 years, and I've been taking it serious for about the past year. I'm on a team challenge winter travel team called the Borderland Bombers.
Let's go Bombers! Still on the Bombers, Captain. Let's go, baby!
And that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm just an average player.
That's the gist of it.
With above average dreams and goals, trying to become one of the best around.
Keep trying, because you're trash. So there's not much more substance to this first episode. Let's skip kind of all the way towards the end. I think
charging port is on hole 14 today. My phone actually died. My portable charger.
My phone died on hole 14. Of course it did.
My charging port is all messed up, so it wouldn't work while I was walking around. But
man, I miss my old room so much. I love this place, but just looking at my old room in this video is like having me feel super nostalgic about it. Setting guidelines for the vlog.
First thing I wrote down was that it's going to be every single day, no matter what I do. I do play disc golf probably 5, 6, 7 days.
So, fun fact actually, my channel, when I started this channel, my channel was called Huckin' Plastic DG. So my channel wasn't even called Daily Disc Golf. The series was called Daily Disc Golf. And I started it to be every single day, no matter what I did that day, even if the video was only going to be like 2 to 4 minutes long. Whatever I did that day, I was going to film. So my channel wasn't actually called Daily Disc Golf at this point. I changed it from Huckin' Plastic DG to Daily Disc Golf around like 500 subscribers probably. So well over a year of having the channel.
most of the time I'm playing disc golf, whether it be putting or field work or going out to play around or doing something along the lines of disc golf. So I figured whatever I do during the day, I'll film. I'm always going to get people's permission before I film them.
Always going to get people's permission. I think that's hilarious.
Problem with me filming
when I first started, I
as
really
long as it
like
doesn't take up too
was
much
nervous
time.
to film people.
But
I didn't want to
anytime you
have
see
it get in
someone
their
else
head.
my videos, be sure that I definitely
I would
ask
cut
them for
everybody else's
permission
shot
first.
out and only put my shots in.
We do have tags that we play for, so sometimes I'll be filming some of our competitive tag matches, but I'm really looking forward to all these different types of videos that I'm going to be uploading, and I'm hoping I can stay consistent with it, because I could tell that this is already going to be a really cool thing, not just for you guys, but for myself to look back on in the future. And it's
I'm only one
really
episode
cool.
in, and I'm already talking about how
yeah, I'm
it's
really
gonna
just
be cool
doing it
just
for
documenting.
documentation and kind of just for fun, but wherever it takes us, we'll see where it goes. See you guys tomorrow. What's going on, guys? On our way to our weekly league with my buddy Anthony here.
Yeah,
Gonna be playing the
Bertina,
white to white
love
layout.
you,
Should
brother.
be a good showing.
Yeah.
It's $7 to join. $5 goes to
Look at
payout.
Anthony
$1
with
goes
short
to his
hair.
pot,
Wow.
and $1
Dude
goes to
hasn't
the
had
park.
short hair
So
probably since this
it's gonna be a
video
good
came
time.
out.
Let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah. Birdie from I think about 120 out around the Juniper. Yeah. See you guys later.
Yeah. I doubt there's even going to be many like good clips in this video of actual throws. Oh, there's one. Quack. Let's go. I don't know how much substance is going to be in this video. Some of these early videos are
It's so hot out here.
really
but
lame.
I'm having a great time. Left my bag in the car. Only took 4 discs.
No.
Let's see how I finish out.
Of course. Only bring 4 discs to a league round. Nothing better than Borderland Hole 17 in the summer though. Looks so nice.
Just finished
No.
7 down. Feel like I played pretty well. Putting game was on point. Driving game was pretty clean.
Lord Farquaad over
What
here.
everything else has in store. Just got back from
No.
weekly league. Ended up shooting.
Cut right from the face shot,
came in
right into
second
my
place.
room.
Only used 4 discs.
Pretty clean
It was
room,
super
too.
hot out. 2
Look at
holes
that
I had
fire
shooting
NASCAR
fell, but I was
pillowcase.
still able to save par on those ones.
My old room, man. I
I
miss
felt
it so
super
much.
clean. I got a big tournament coming up this weekend with the New England Amateur Disc Golf Championships up
Big
in
tournament.
Manchester, New Hampshire,
Foreshadowing.
at the Hollows. And
I don't
think
really
there's
do this
180
anymore.
people that
When I
are
first started the
registered for it,
vlog,
but
I would
think there's
always
probably
give
only
like
about
a
80 or 90
kind of like
in
an
my
end of the
division,
day
which is,
recap at the end of my
amateur one.
episodes where I would just
But
talk to the camera like this.
Looking forward to it.
So it's kinda
Feeling
cool to,
pretty
like, look
confident
back
heading
on
into
that
the
and see
weekend,
that.
and I'm gonna beautiful morning here at Borderland.
It
Woke
is.
up at 7:30. Got a shift at work at 11. Met a few people out here for a quick round of white to whites. Gonna be a good time.
Noah morning voice. I can't even see me in that shot. That's terribly framed. That was a good putt. I threw these white harps for so long. What? I went left side with a harp flick? I never go left side with a flick on hole 6 anymore. I don't even remember a time where I did that consistently. Burner! Like, look at this glare. I just set up this camera. I'm like, yep, that's good. Do I hit it? Not even a chance. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. It's a good throw.
I
That's
changed
funny.
something in my putting a couple days ago after watching my first episode, and it's really helped out. Rather than leaning more on my back foot, I'm just doing more of a little bit of a crouch, and then jolting from that. So it's made me
At this
feel
point, I
more
was still
active.
like a really
I saw
heavy
myself
push
jump
putter.
putting in that
I would
first
keep my
episode,
arm really
and
straight and just kind of
it
like
just didn't look smooth.
do a
so I
real
wanted
nice
to
push
teach
putt.
myself how to
I didn't transition
not
to spin
jump
putting
from
until
anywhere
like,
inside of 60.
I don't even know, maybe 2
I used
years
to
ago,
jump
so
from
probably
anything
2 years
outside of
after
30,
this.
but
I was a push putter for
now
like
I
a
think
really
I'm
long
gonna commit
time.
to not jumping until I'm at least outside of 60 or 70. Morning, guys. Just pulled into the Hollows Disc Golf Course
6:15
in
a.m.
Manchester. Some of my thoughts going into this tournament are to stay clean off the tee, take the birdies that they give me, earn a couple birdies, and just don't take any bogeys. Just do the best I can.
It's a pretty
to
good game plan.
par everything
Clean
out.
off the tee, take the birdies they
This
give me,
course
try to
doesn't
limit
really
the
play to my
bogeys.
strengths, being someone who likes to throw really far. But
So-
I do have a flick and a backhand. What's going on, guys? Ended up shooting 4 down. I think I'm going into the lead card tomorrow. All the scores aren't in yet, but feel good about the way I played.
So we ended up actually going and playing another course that was like 40 minutes from the tournament course as like a second round that day. Probably not. Probably pretty smart. What did I just say? Short armed it? Let's see how bad this putt is. The fact that Why did I give text to like preface the fact that I was gonna miss that putt? Cattell! Short hair Cattell. Everybody loves having long hair now. Nice.
Ended up being a pretty good day. Pretty tired, but I feel good going into tomorrow's round. So I just pulled up for the second day of the tournament today. Second and final day. Overall, I'm feeling good. I woke up this morning with a really sore throat.
I remember this. I stayed actually at my friend Jarji's house, and the windows were open all night. Like obviously the screens were closed, but I woke up and my whole throat and nose was just like subsided a little bit, so dry and so sore. I don't know what it was. It might have been like pollen. I think it was early. It might have been like middle of the spring. Because I was might have been pollen, it was something, but I woke up the second day,
people shot a 52,
and I was just so sick feeling.
I was the one that ended up being on the chase card instead of being on the lead card, but it doesn't really matter. I was excited to be on the lead, but being on chase is still great.
And I got moved down from lead to chase too. Takes a little bit of the pressure off,
so as long as I win my card, I'll have a good chance at placing on the podium.
Yeah.
And don't run anything that I don't need to. Even if I'm like 60,
solid
50, 40 on some sort of run that might have a tough roll away, I'm just going to lay it up and take my 3, or maybe take my 4 if I really need to, but I'm planning on staying bogey-free, taking the birdies that they give you, birdieing both par 4s, which are both...
And when I say the birdies that they give you, so at the Hollows course that I was playing, some of the holes are just really short. Like there's a couple holes where you really feel like it's a must-get, and that's what I was talking about. Getting those must-gets and then just kind of coasting through the rest of the round while not trying to be too aggressive. So that's kind of what I mean by that.
In my game, birdieable, and earning a couple more. And if I can play that strategy, I'll definitely have a good shot at first place.
And I ended up taking it down from the chase card. I forget how many strokes I won by, but I don't think I won by 1. It might have been 2 or 3. And this is the biggest win of my career still. 2017 New England Amateur Disc Golf Champion, and I think this was my last amateur event too. I think I moved up to pro. Oh no, I probably finished out this season in AM. It was 2017. Yeah, I did, because I played the 2017 Vibram AM side, and in 2018 is when I moved up to MPO. So this is still, to this day, my biggest win under my belt. $500 store credit, huge field of people, 2 days, B tier, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, that's definitely the best win that I've ever had, so it's cool to relive it through the videos. And the fact that I started the vlog 5 days before this, honestly, I was thinking like, how cool would it be if I had a good finish in that tournament and I had this vlog going where I could document it and then look back on it. Now 4 years later, I'm looking back on it and it's just like, well, 3 years, I guess, 3.5, but really cool to see.
Holy shit. I am so blown away.
I don't swear. I really try not to swear anymore in the vlog, but
second round,
you win a freaking tournament like that,
by 3 strokes.
Gotta drop a little swear.
I am like absolutely speechless. It's really the preparation and the mindset going into a tournament that makes you confident and able to actually mentally stick through the tough times in a tournament. I'm really freaking pumped up that I was able to take first at the New England Amateur Disc Golf Championships in Manchester, New Hampshire. I got a gift card for $500 to the Breaking Chains Disc Golf
I think I spent
store.
Like $350.
They had a stand here, so I ended up just spending $336 of it right away on a new bag, a couple of new discs, and it's only my second M1 tournament, and it's the biggest tournament I've ever played in, and I ended up coming in first place, and it's just unbelievable. I love this sport so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Looks like we're not going to be able to get as many videos done as I thought we were going to be able to get done, but if you guys end up liking this series, just drop a comment, drop a like, let me know that you do, and we can go like 10 episodes at a time. This could be a new thing. I know a lot of you guys haven't been around since these videos came out, 0 of you guys probably, and it's just really cool to look back on these. So if you like this series, let me know in the comments. Also, what I want to do, actually I'm going to pause it right now. And I'm probably going to put this in the beginning of the episode because I'm like 22 minutes in right now. So what I want you guys to do is leave a comment in the comment section with a question that you have for me. I haven't done a Q&A in a long time, so I really want to do a Q&A again. I've gained a lot of subscribers this year, so figure some people have some questions that they might want me to answer. So this was one of the videos that I kind of would make as like a filler video. So as you guys know, I started this series as daily disc golf, so every single day. So I'm assuming this day I just either didn't have the time or didn't have the energy to go actually play around. So I literally just filmed 5-10 minutes probably of me putting in my backyard and just cut it up for a short video. Something like this is still really nostalgic because it just brings me back to my old backyard. Like, I remember sitting right there to my left, but to your guys' right now, and we had a fire pit back there. We would hang out back there. We'd have fires all the time. Like, I love looking at that clock that my mom set up in front of that fence. Like, just seeing my old backyard. This is like where I grew up and just where so many memories were. So even like 10 years from now, like looking back on this video and just seeing myself putting in the backyard of where I grew up, it's just really cool. Look at my form too. It's like my arm stays straight pretty much the whole time. I like keep my elbow locked on the target, and I'm not even like now I'm kind of more of like a spin putter. Like I pull in and I go right at it. But in this, you can see my disc kind of just, I just want my disc on the right line, and I just want to keep it like nice and straight with the up and down motion. Yeah, it's so weird to just see that, the progression.
A short episode
Breaking
today.
into the archive.
I wasn't able to get any playing.
Let's hear my
and any
excuse.
practice putting. I've still been pretty sick, and I had a pretty long shift at work today, so
I actually
wasn't
was
able to
sick for
squeeze
like
anything
a couple days after that.
So my
tournament.
idea for today was just to go through my archive of old
Archive.
videos and old clips that I have on my phone and kind of put them together and kind of just do like a throwback. So just take a look.
So I just literally went through my camera roll and used a bunch of random different clips that I had to make this episode. Holy crap, I would never throw that line ever right now. Did you see that? No! I'm throwing a forced Annie backhand with a crate, an Innova crate. I would never even think to step up to that tee at 13 at Maple and throw a turnover backhand with a driver. Oh my gosh. That was a pretty solid flick. Went a little long. Oh, I remember this throw. First throw of the day. My guy Ted on the camera. And I cut it. That was like so close to an ace, and I cut it. Oh, look at that. That's a cool deer. So I think I slipped right here. I actually cut my hand like really bad right there. Yeah, I'm like shaking off my hand. I end up this is a different day. I end up looking at my hand and it was bleeding. I was with my friend Rivas, and I literally left after that hole. So it's just crazy looking at us. We didn't even. That's like rule number 1 of playing in the winter is don't throw off of tee pads that have snow on them. Like that's a good tee pad to throw off of because it was already cleared. But this is a good tip for anyone who plays in the winter, and a tip that my old self needed to heed a little bit is don't throw off of tee pads that still have snow on them. It just creates like big blocks of ice. So either throw from the side of the tee pad if it has snow on it, or shovel off all the snow on the tee pad before you throw. Pro tip.
Wow.
We're only like a month out of having snow here, so get ready for some snowy episodes coming up. This is such a sick hole at FDR. Bang.
Damn, dude.
I love cutting the clip like as soon as the excitement happens.
Hit it. Woo, yeah.
No step putt. I love cutting it like before the actual clip finishes. Oh my gosh. Let's move up to episode 8, which is helping build a new course, which is Sunny Mead. And anyone who has played Sunny Mead now knows it's a beautiful course on beautiful property with like 2 tees and 2 baskets on almost every single hole. And they've just really done a lot in the past like 3 years since this. And this is actually going to be really cool to look at.
This course is going to be so much fun.
Because this was really early in the building process of Sunny Mead. Like this is hole 3. And we're just pulling trees like from there all the way to the main path.
All the way back to the main path so that thing can be burned later.
This is inside the shed on hole 5. Like we're freaking drilling the sleeve for the basket. Like it's that early. Like this is so cool to look at. Now there's a blue basket like up in that little corner. Get forward a little bit. Got a little, wow, Noah blue jeans. I literally like don't even own a pair of blue jeans. I don't even know like where those went. Brought them for the work day though. Just kind of like towards the end of the night, it was getting dark. We were still out there putting in the work. I remember sitting in the back here, and I was actually like holding on to all those sticks with one hand, and then I'm holding on to the camera with the other hand. Like I probably shouldn't have been filming right there just because I had to hold on to all these branches. Wow, all the baskets before they were even installed. That's really cool to see.
And I just got home a little while ago, washed up a little bit, checked for ticks because not everything was super mowed yet.
You had to check for ticks for a long time after playing at Sunny Mead because it was pretty rough when it started out. I love just like looking at the camera, just talking monotone with no emotion. It's just like.
Might not be filming as much as I would like to, but I
all
look
right,
forward to it.
on to the next one.
Tomorrow.
Episode 9. This episode is actually like me and Ted always talk about the Flat Rock episode. It is just such a classic. We didn't even have a tripod this day, and we were both just handheld filming each other on our iPhones. And he ended up airdropping all of his clips to my iPhone, and so we played 3 rounds and just had a really long day. And we're just filming like sporadically
Flat
throughout
Rock
the
disc
round.
golf course with my buddy Ted. We're gonna play a couple rounds out here.
This is kind of a fire angle. I definitely don't hit this. Crazy how we actually got this on camera. This is just a really casual episode. We're just playing the whole day. Nothing really super flashy. But if you get to hole 15, round 1, a really cool thing happened. So let's keep going. So here at hole 15, a really cool thing happened. And the fact that I put hole 15, par 4, 520, only for this one hole, will tell you something.
Yep.
And that was a good drive too. That was with my old crate as well. I just leave up the text the whole time. Second shot. Down the tunnel, downhill, to a hanging basket. Oh. Oh my God. Like,
Jeez.
this is why you film. This is why you do, like, document your rounds, you know, because you might catch something really cool. And just the fact that I have an eagle on hole 15
Holy
Flat
shit.
Rock on film, like, I'll probably never do that again. Never mind film it. So that's just so cool. Like,
Hey.
so cool. Wow, Teddy backhand. He wishes he could throw a backhand that hard right now. Oh, nice little rooster. Second half of this episode is just us playing like 2 more loops, and we just randomly film. Ooh, that was a good bid. So I'm going to cut it at this one as well. So in this video, all I do is talk about my tournament mindset, very similar to the tournurnament mindset video that I made for the NEA DDG. So there's really not much to hear here, and it's kind of another cop-out. I wasn't able to play disc golf that day, so I just wanted to still make a video. So I just filmed a face cam of me talking about my mentality heading into the tournament. There's really nothing very substantial here, just me talking to the camera. Moving on to episode number 11, this was the actual tournament day. So like I said at the beginning of the series,
guys.
I'm not going to be filming my tournament rounds, but I am going to be filming just some in-between commentary based on how I'm thinking and feeling that day.
There's a lot of people here. There's a lot more people here right at 8 a.m. And I just saw my first card, and I'm actually playing with 2 people that I know. So it's going to be a really cool first card. I feel good going into this, but I'll check in again at noon.
So it looks like I shot +5 round 1, which is, I had a really bad last 5 holes. And I shot -1 second round with a double bogey and 3 bogeys. Holy crap. What place did I come in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I came in 5th place. Congrats, Georgie. That's a big win. I remember this actually.
What's going on, guys? Just got back from a long day at Buff. It's about 7 o'clock right now. 7:40 actually. Wow. And
that 40 minutes makes a huge difference.
I finished in 5th place. I shot a 57 the second round, which is 1 under course par.
Which you're
course
probably
par
happy about.
plays as about a 980 rating, so I'm really happy with the way that I finished. I do have a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth just because on my very last hole, it's a big par 4, and we we were behind an
I
one group. I'm pretty
specifically
sure.
remember
it was just
this.
taking so long, and I wanted to wait for them to get off of the.
The hole is like 650 feet. Like, there's no chance I'm making it to them. And there's a bunch of out of bounds on the left with like ripraps and rocks, and a lot of woods on the right. And I wanted to hang my flick out left and just have it crash back into the middle of the fairway. And I freaking rolled my wrist and threw it way over everything and way out of bounds. It was the last hole, and I was like, I was first on the box, and I was purposely waiting long enough to wait for them way down there to clear off. And I waited like 8 minutes probably, like just to make sure nobody was on the hole. And ended up shanking it way out of bounds, and yeah, taking probably a double bogey on my last hole.
So it wasn't a distraction for me. A par 4, and it was super long, so we would have been able to technically drive and not.
Yeah. Excuses. I just let you guys know.
Came with.
Not much else. Talking about a player pack.
Wanted to win.
It's rambling for 5 minutes probably to a camera. A golden ticket round for the Borderland Bombers. So,
good morning, guys.
Oh,
Borderland.
good morning,
We're about
guys.
to play the golden ticket round for Borderland Bombers for next season.
So the Bombers are a tryout team, and every year we do open tryouts. Even myself will have to try out, and the golden ticket round allows anybody who's been on the team that year to earn themselves a spot on the roster next year without having to go through the whole summer of tryouts. So it's a pretty cool thing. So I think that this video is going to be mostly. I had one of my friends, Rivis, take a couple of clips here. Man, Rivis, we miss you on the Bombers, my G. Yeah, I don't really think that there's really. There he is. I don't really think that there's much substance in this one. You know, not much to like laugh at or joke about. But ooh, I wanted that one. What is that? No way, that's my old
It's pretty straight.
Prodigy M4. It was the first disc that I learned how to throw straight, that finished straight, like without having to manipulate an S-curve. So the Prodigy M4 was my very first straight flying, like 300-foot disc, which was really good to have in the bag at that time. I think there's really going to be much more to this one. I hear some Ian Baker laughs in the background there. Wow, that's a great backhand off hole 1. Lately, I've like struggled backhanding off of hole 1 at Borderland, and that one looked pretty good. There's not much to go over here. It's probably going to end with me in my room talking about how the day went.
We need to improve our game as an overall team if we want to get out of the pool that we got into this year. We dropped from C pool to D pool, and for us to get out of D pool next coming year.
Luckily, we actually got pushed back into the C pool because a team in A pool completely disbanded, and it meant that the 7th team, so the 7th and 8th team, dropped a pool. And so since a team in A pool completely disbanded and we were the 7th team, so the higher team to drop to the lower pool, we got pushed back into C pool, and we actually were lucky enough not to get relegated to D pool that year.
I have to play a little better than we did. So I'm definitely looking forward to this coming season, and I'm happy with the way that I played, but I know that there can be a lot of improvement. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Out here in Middleborough, Mass again, at that course that I helped build earlier this past week for the first tournament. It's not totally ready, but it's definitely ready enough for the tournament. We got baskets in, we got the fairways mode and everything. I think there's going to be 8 to 10 people.
I still sound like a little bit congested
it's a pro
and
only
sick in
showing,
this video.
so I'm looking forward to it. Weather jacket, but it was cold. I didn't really want a jacket, but I'm pretty excited to play. All right, so it's the next day.
The next day.
I don't know. I didn't have a good day yesterday. I didn't film anything during the round. I don't know. It was raining. It was cold. I didn't really want to take my phone out and bother people. I don't know why I didn't film an outro yesterday. I just really wasn't feeling it, so I'll film a little outro today. Yesterday went, so it is definitely not a
I can't believe I just cut the video and just did an outro the following video, the following day.
Really fun course.
Don't even remember that.
Especially when everything gets fully
That's
done.
pathetic, old Noah.
So other than that,
episode 14. I was actually looking at this drive specifically like 2 days ago because I feel like I've lost a little bit of backhand distance over the past year or so. And this drive was a freaking smash, and I was just looking at it over and over again, kind of analyzing like how I threw that and what I do differently now. I finished like pin high to the white pin and got like a beautiful skip to the left. Like, I haven't had a drive on white to blue that's landed this far in a long time. And then I threw my old Colossus. It was like 162, but it was like my long bomber. I could really crush on it. And literally, I probably haven't been this close to eagling this hole since this video. Like, that is crazy, the fact that I got there in 2 and just had that much of an easy tap-in birdie. Definitely lost a little bit of backhand distance. It could have been contributed to breaking my hand last year and then maybe like losing the form a little bit, but definitely need to get my backhand distance back up to where it should be. It's always cool seeing deer at Borderland too. Look at that card. Noah, Teddy, Capro, and Ant. That's a fire card.
Actually,
What am I rambling about?
And
Doesn't
happy
matter.
with my
Yeah, this video is kind of a
videos. I'll
wash.
still be doing
Not much
putting, maybe
substance
some
there
field work
either.
or something like that. I mean,
Episode 15, a day without disc golf.
Today was the day I've been waiting for this vlog.
But technically I went
the
2
first
weeks
day that I
without
haven't done
ever
anything
missing
disc
a
golf
day,
related.
so that's not terrible.
I think I needed to take a day off. I've been playing so much. I've been doing 2 to 3 rounds a day. Over the weekend I did 3 back-to-back
2 to 3 rounds a day.
days, and I've just
I wish I
been
could do
wearing
2 to 3
myself
rounds a
out.
day now.
As you can hear, I'm still battling.
So I
this
was
little
right, I
sickness
was
that I've
still
had
sick during
since
that
the
Sunny Mead
NADDC.
episode. Episode 16 is my very first in the bag.
My name's NoahCronin.
I bet I throw a lot of different discs at this point.
I have a big stature, so it's not too bad.
Big stature.
3 to 4 years now.
I did putt with the KC Pro AVR for a long time. I had those Robin Egg Blue KC AVRs, those were my babies. I actually lost that white one in Ted's backyard. It's probably still out there. Alright, let's skim through this real quick. Jawbreaker APX, I remember that. That was one of the straightest throwing putters that I've ever had. Harp, I loved the Harp for so many years until the Discmania tactic came out. Oh, M3, okay. I thought it was an M4. I was mistaken. But this was my first, like, distance, straight throwing shot that finished kind of flat without finishing on a huge skip.
Put it on a little bit of a hyzer and it'll just ride forever.
Yeah.
Like if I need to throw straight, dead straight, 350 feet and in, I'm pulling out my M3. So I picked up a Discmania MD3.
MD3.
I wasn't.
I've never really been the biggest fan of MD3s, and I don't think that stayed in my bag for very long.
Honestly,
The Bard. I remember throwing the Bard. I actually really liked it for forehands for a while.
It feels very similar.
EMAC Justice.
It's definitely my.
I do remember that one, actually. I think I gave that away. Eric Rathbun might actually have that, if I'm not mistaken. Metal Flake FD, yeah. FD's been in my bag for a long time. Not that one, but just an FD in general. I remember Rivas got me onto the Metal Flake FD. So I never really had an FD2 in my bag for that long. When the Royal Rage came out, I kind of did like it, but I still have my Royal Rage, and it's not in the bag currently. But the FD2 is a solid disc, it just doesn't really fit. I like the Instinct a little bit more, so the Instinct is kind of what I use for like that FD2 slot now. CD2, I don't throw CD2 anymore. Wow, 168, huh? I didn't know that.
This is also one of my newer additions to my bag. It's an FD3.
Still love the FD3. Kind of moved away from it over the past couple months, and I moved from the FD3 to the Dark Maul 2. I like how the Dark Maul is a little flatter for those forehands. I still actually have this white S-Line PD, and I used like a shaving cream dye on it because I wanted to still use it in the winter even though it was white. And the shaving cream like faded off completely, and the dye job was terrible. And it's actually a really straight flyer for me, but still isn't in my bag for the same reason. I really try to stay away from throwing white discs just because I don't want to fall in love with it and then have to take it out of my bag in the winter because I don't want to lose it in the snow. So kind of try not to throw white discs as much as I can. Star Wraith, kind of moved away from the Wraith pretty early after this video. Pretty soon after this video, rather.
Champ Colossus is my maximum distance driver.
166. Okay, I knew it was lighter. I didn't know exactly what gram it was. I would smash this Colossus. It was probably my furthest flying backhand disc ever. Like, I don't think I can throw further now than I could with that then. I just love throwing that thing as hard as I could. It would go so far. How do I have 5 drivers? Oh, the strike. So this is what I threw on that hole that I was just talking about where I threw it really nice on hole 2 at Borderland, and it kind of got a lot of distance and came back. 172. Okay, so it's also a little bit lighter than max weight. I know one of those discs is a DD. I don't know what the other 3 discs are though. Yeah. I knew one of them was a DD. That was my favorite driver for a long time. That green one. PD2.
My overstable drivers. I got a C-Line PD2 here.
Yeah.
It's a little bit lighter. It's a
167.
But you don't really find.
I've kind of gone back and forth with my love-hate relationship for PD2s over the past couple years. Do I have another? I might have 2 more PD2s in the bag. Oh, my Defender. Forgot all about that. I used to love forehanding that Defender. It was like kind of like my Enigma now. Like it has a little bit of turn.
Other than the Colossus, whenever I need to really rip on one and get some max distance on it, I'm pulling this out.
Yeah, it had really good turn, even on a backhand too. And what is the last disc in my bag? Star Destroyer. No way. Is that the Ice Bowl? I remember this pink star, kind of bubblegummy Ice Bowl Destroyer. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was... I couldn't have said it any better. My go-to flick driver. I used that pink Star Destroyer for years, and I was so heartbroken when I lost it. I don't even remember where I lost it. But I got an Eagle on hole 1 Borderland Blues with that disc too, on a flick, which is so sick. It's my bag 4 years ago, or 3 years ago. A couple more videos to get through, and then I'll let you guys go. This was also a really, really cool video. This is one that I really like having documented. So Mahoney and I ended up going to Nantucket for the Cobblestone Cup, and it was the first time that I've ever been on Nantucket before, and camping actually isn't allowed on Nantucket, but one of the guys who's involved in the disc golf community was able to get someone to allow 10 to 15 tents on their property, and I think the guy was also a part of the disc golf community. So we ended up getting a tent on that guy's lawn and just tenting out on Nantucket. It was really, really fun. And I don't even know how many times I've been to Nantucket since. Look at that. Beautiful flow, huge forehead. I'm about to sit down next to Mahoney. Hey, wow, young Mo and young No. That's really cool to look at. So we're getting off the boat, we're getting to Nantucket. Yeah, look at this. Walking through the streets of Nantucket with sleeping bags and a tent. We were looked at funny. People were looking at us at this friggin' restaurant, the waitress was she hated the fact that we were camping. We're like, oh yeah, we're camping down the road at our friend's house. She's like, camping? That's not allowed on Nantucket. And we were like, oh, we're here for a disc golf tournament, Todd Rainwater's the TD. And as soon as we said Todd Rainwater, she was like, oh, Todd? Yeah, I know him. Look at this. I like that picture. Me and Mo outside of our tent in the morning. Yep, right on the front lawn. Set up the tent. We're good to go.
We're the only 2 people from Borderland that came out. Actually, I think there's one more.
Wayne.
We see him today. He's playing in the Masters division. But
Wayniac.
Playing in the Cobblestone Cup. It's a par 68. Definitely my type of course. Freaking
seriously.
So I'm looking
I need to get out to Nantucket next year, 1,000,000%, and get an episode filmed. Last summer, before I broke my hand, literally the day before I broke my hand, the day after I broke my hand was the day that I was supposed to go to Nantucket for my first pro Nantucket Open. And then obviously I broke my hand the day before, and I had plans to film a vlog of my practice round that Friday, and then go obviously play the tournament on Saturday, head home Sunday. Thursday is when I broke my hand. And I was just in so much denial. I really wanted to go, but ended up obviously not going to urgent care, getting x-rays done and everything, and had a broken hand. So Nantucket is a beautiful course, like I said, par 68, and I was able to take it down. And I'm pretty sure I went 68. I just went par. And if I'm not mistaken, it was 960 rated golf. So really pumped about that. Really cool trophy too. It's just an actual rock from Nantucket that's just framed. It's really cool. I still have it actually. It's right there. I'm looking at it right now.
First place.
Yeah.
As you saw by
First
all those
place.
pictures.
Episode 18. I don't really remember much about this episode actually. Is that Stu? I think that is. Wow, it really is. Oh, my phone's buffering, but I see Abel, Chuck, Stu, Doobie, and I can't tell who's in the blue shirt there, but that is just such a funny card. Yeah, this episode doesn't seem to... Todd! I miss you, Todd. Abel! And I do a lot of dissolve transitions, so you can see like, wow, Mahoney early backhand. He started learning a backhand. This was probably right around where he started learning a backhand. And yeah, I use those dissolve transitions between every single clip. And looking back on it now, it's just so like, such a slower sort of transition. I like doing like jump cuts now. All right, I think that's all I got in me for today. I've been rambling. On my end, I've been rambling for like an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be for you guys. That is all that I have for you today, and it's just really fun to look back on old episodes and just really reminisce on the documentation of it and see how far the channel's come, how much better the production value has gotten, how much better the editing has gotten, and it's just really cool. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, make sure to leave a comment letting me know that you do enjoy it. And if enough people enjoy it, this is something maybe we can do some more. I can keep on doing this maybe once a month and just doing like a big chunk of 20 episodes at a time. Hope you enjoyed. I'm really appreciative to everyone who stuck with me through this time. Literally every video that we just watched, when it first came out, would have like 7 views, like maybe. And it's just really cool. You gotta stay with it, you gotta stay committed, to stay consistent. Just make videos that will be fun to look back on in the future. Like I keep saying a million times, like 10 years from now, it's gonna be really cool. Like I don't really have any immediate plans to have kids or anything, but when I have kids eventually, and I'm 40 years old, and my kids are like 8 or whatever, like however old they are, and they can look at their dad in his 20s, like doing what he loves and hanging out with his friends and playing disc golf and being young, like I hope that any of you guys out there will start a vlog and not even care about how many views you get and just document whatever you're doing, because it's just really a cool thing to look back on and just have. So hope you guys enjoyed. Rambled for like an hour and 15 to 20 minutes or something. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut this video up for you guys. Probably just a bunch of little cuts here and there, but hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Drop a like, drop a sub if you want to see more. Keep eating your vegetables, and bye.